Hello and welcome to Bannerlord Multiplayer. If you're new here and want to up your siege skill, you've come to the right place. I've been penetrated in public lobbies to bring you this forbidden knowledge, so pay close attention. We'll go through both attacker and defender strategies, but first, the map. Ayzar Stronghold is a uniquely themed desert siege map. The fort is large, with multiple towers and choke points, with a wide open desert surrounding it. As always for new starters, you can hold Alt to see all of the capture points. So, with that, let's get into the two sides. Attackers. Spawning in the middle, you may notice there's a raised line in the sand. This is preventing you from being immediately picked off by ballistas or archers in one of the many towers within the fortifications. To the right of the fort is a side entrance. This is where point A is located on the exterior of the fort. Point is out in the open, in front of a wide gatehouse. This will often be filled with archers, ready to ruin your day. A shield here is almost mandatory. Pushing through this gatehouse will lead to C, in an open courtyard, and D, in a tower overlooking the courtyard. Once entry is gained via this entrance, attackers should make efforts to clear this gatehouse of archers, as it will lead to the surrounding fortifications and will make capturing the point much easier. To the centre is the main gate and point B. The main gate will require the use of a ram to gain entry, or far easier is for entry to be gained via the gatehouse at point A, with the main gate opened internally. Do not push the ram. The ram on this map is a large time sink with diminishing returns. Initially defenders spawn here and here. And guess where the ram pushers need to go? Getting sandwiched here will not be good for your health. B is surrounded on all sides by defender fortifications and is distant from the initial attacker spawn, but also outside of the fort. With all the chaos going on, it may be sometimes neglected, as defenders will often need to backtrack in order to defend it. Due to defenders spawning on higher ground, they will often need to jump down in order to recapture B. When jumping from height, they will momentarily be unable to move.
Oh fuck.
Use this to your advantage by waiting below their regularly used drop points. To the left of the fort is a raised ledge, which will require the use of a siege tower to climb. This ledge leads to a wooden gate, behind which are points E, F and G. An important note about spawn points before we continue. Upon capturing A, C and D, the defenders' spawns will shift from the surrounding gatehouse to the main keep near E, F and G. This makes it significantly harder to capture these final points, as attackers have a long journey to the points whilst defenders are relatively close, making each attacker death significant. There are a few strategies to counter this. As previously mentioned, the siege tower, which can provide a shortcut to these points, forcing defenders to split their attention. Or, you could work together with your teammates, gathering for a large, organised push to overwhelm defenders rather than getting picked off one by one. You push defenders back. Wait under this wall to cover you from archer fire, while supported by your own archers from the newly captured fortifications, before working together towards F and G, with melee units swarming the point and taking up a defensive position at the top of the stairs, and missile units pelting defenders in their spawn as they run to Jesus Christ, who am I kidding? Which leaves only one option. The backcapping guide. Regardless of where you spawn, you'll want to access this ladder. This can be done by hugging either of the walls. Make no effort to assist your allies, as this will only delay you. Climb these steps and follow them along the wall. This will lead you to point E and F. The choice is yours, however I personally go for F. Leaping over the gap to avoid the fortifications. Then break down the gate to G, capturing G, then making your way down to E. I'll then loop around and recapture the points, as the defenders try to undo my hard work. Although, this will be difficult for them, as the majority of them will spawn away from the keep, as the previously mentioned points are yet to be captured. And if anyone does see me, they can't catch me, because this Finlandian peasant is fueled by a staple diet of grain, butter, and 10 bottles of 5-hour energy for 50 hours of consecutive energy. Defenders. With an effective rear guard, defenders' chances of victory are high, with choke points filtering the attackers and their distant spawns, forcing them to do cardio. That doesn't mean victory is assured. For the start of the round, A complement of archers in the gatehouse by A will be useful, as well as a detachment of skirmishers to keep attackers from the point. Due to the large nature of the exterior of the stronghold, cavalry fares well, running down slow infantry trying to reach the point, and bullying archers trying to counter-snipe defending archers. Throughout the map are ballistas, used to send foes to the Shadow Realm. They're located here. Use them to cut through groups of enemies or pick off stragglers. The attacker's tower could pose issues in the future. As such, using the catapult to destroy it will further dampen attackers' chances of victory, eliminate a shortcut and another point of entry. Oh, and that backcapping strategy? Telwald actually thought it was super cheap and put a pile of rocks for the attackers tasting pleasure. As previously mentioned, point E, F and G are very close to the defender's spawn, with only a short walk and jumping over the wall taking you to point E. If you've already been pushed back, jumping over the wall by yourself is certain death. Coordinate, group up and jump over at the same time, overwhelming the attackers, as many of them will no doubt have been overzealous and moved on to try and capture F and G. You can reduce the height of the fall, thus preventing your incapacitated state when you land by using rocks in the nearby gatehouse to destroy part of the wall. Once E is captured, F can be difficult to defend. The final holdout G will require a concentrated effort with melee units focusing on staying on the point, as it's located on the high ground and is easier to defend, as well as cutting off access points if possible. Archer's usefulness is reduced here due to the close proximity of fighting for defenders, but good luck trying to convince the other half of your team. Now you know how to attack and defend at Ayzar Stronghold. I'll see you in the showers.